go. Woo! I'm Raider! See the Chiefs and Niners, the Chiefs fans with all this red on the Raider, red AFC, like red stripes. Let's go! Awesome! Tante Oso, that bear you all know. Out of hibernation to entertain Raider Nation. What? You heard me. Oh, let's go! I'm ready there. What's up, fam? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you all tuning in as usual to see your boy, and I am tuning in as usual to see all of you because I love you guys. So let's get right to it. Oh, where'd that go? And then we put this right here, and then I go like this, and then I say, tradition! Raider Bear Live, first comment, woo! MVP tonight goes to John the Lion! Leon! What's up, John? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear numero uno tonight, the gold medalist. I love it. Welcome to the show. Second place, my silver medal, and you guys know I love it when a Raiderette slides into my medal round that we often refer to as the Sausage Fest because it's always a bunch of dudes. Karina! Woo! Trujillo! What's up, girl? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear. Third, bronze. Last, not least, Josh, the heavyweight champion of the world. Harasso! Josh, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. And as you can see on the banner, everyone, welcome to Raider Bear Live. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. And if you would, take a moment now and click that like button, subscribe and follow. And if you're on Facebook, consider a subscription to Raider Bear Family Page. It's just $5 a month and you can cancel it at any time. But you won't want to because we do 100 things here for charities, like the Kind Fund, Kids in Need of Desks. It's a fund that goes all over the world and puts kids in school. Last year, they were in Africa, Botswana, and we pledged that we would put 13 kids in school. And Raider fans and Raider Bear Family Page put 28 kids in school. We doubled the number. It was incredible. Okay. Plus, PFA, Punks for Autism. They have some really dope shirts. Go check out Punks for Autism. If you buy one of the shirts, research on autism, the finances for the shirts go directly to research for finding a cure for autism. It's an incredible site, Punks for Autism. I actually have family members that are presidents on the board of Punks for Autism. And more importantly, artists from all over the world, tattoo artists, painters, clay artists, they all came in and painted. Professional painters did different artist drawings and renderings for the shirts. So they're super unique, one of a kind. Check it out. Punks for Autism, PFA. It's awesome. All right. So let me get right to everybody here tonight. Vincent Ruvalcaba. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Dustin King. What's up, DK? Always there for Raider Bear. John LaJoy. I see you there. What's up? Anna Diaz Rincon. Always there for Raider Bear. My first subscriber ever. She launched the Raider Bear, my Anna Diaz Rincon. Good to see you, love. Jim Vanderlyn, always there, Bear and a Raider Bear. Bear! Bob Standard got me one. Bear! Mike Henderson. What's up, Mike? Welcome to the show. Pete Vasquez, I see you there. All right, now real quick, I am just going to spew off at the mouth for a second about something that's happening with Raider Nation. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to read part of this because I think it's pretty important. And so here we go. At the opening of this year's combine, however, Josh McDaniels, made it clear he has no idea who will be the team's week 1 starter now that Carr is no longer on the team. Then they have him quoted as saying, "We have to be in on the quarterback position, period," McDaniels said on a appearance on the NFL Network on Tuesday after he appeared at the podium to kick off the NFL Combine. This is all today in Indianapolis. "Whether we do it in the first round or not, I don't know. It will be based on the evaluation and depends on if we feel we have the ability to acquire one." In other words, at the pick they have, will the person be valued at that draft position at 7 if the quarterbacks we value at 7 are gone, or if we wait at 7 and the quarterbacks at position 7 that we waited for are gone, we don't have anyone to choose from, are we going to back off? He's saying no, we're just going to move into the draft and pick someone else. Whereas GM just said not 4 or 5 days ago that don't look for us to do anything about the quarterback this year. Well, which is it? And more importantly, and I'm being deathly serious with you, Raider Nation, for 1 second, okay? Deathly serious with you, Raider Nation, for 1 second, okay? Because we're not player fans, we're Raider fans. So I'm a little bit upset with our new coach's direction in this respect. He's willing to tell us that he has no idea who he's going to have at quarterback since Carr's left. Why? Why don't you have any idea? I mean, let's be honest. I'm quoting him. He said, "I don't have any idea." I don't understand. I don't understand. Josh McDaniels' opening statements, he made it clear he has no idea who will be the team's week 1 starter. End quote. You're the head coach. You let the guy go and you have no idea who the quarterback's going to be. I think that's a bold-faced lie. I think that's a bold-faced lie. Now, when I say that's a bold-faced lie, I mean either it's a bold-faced lie or you're an idiot. A big, huge, brown, steaming pile of stupid. Okay? Just steaming pile. It makes no... There! Appreciate you, Bob. Hi, Casey. But honestly, I don't understand that statement. And if that's true, why are you saying it? I just do not like this guy. I do not like the direction he's going to take our team. And I do not like this guy. I do not like the fact that he's offering up information in that manner when we weren't even asking that question. I do not like this guy. I mean, he seems already not to be on the same page as his general manager because I know I have my quotes in order. I know I do. Both those quotes are factually accurate, and they have never said they were misquoted. The general manager said, "Don't look for us to do anything at quarterback this year." And then Nitwit this morning, today, said, and I quote, "We don't have any idea what we're doing at quarterback." You don't have any idea? Who does then? Can somebody talk about that, please? Corinna Trujillo, what's up, love? Welcome to the show. Ted Thane, I appreciate the love on the lid, brother. Welcome to the show. David Pell-Cliver, I see you there. What's up? B. Al, the Raiders. What's up, B. Al? Welcome to the show. Paul Summers, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Doc Raider, always greeting a Raider Bear. Appreciate you. Hi, Val. Hi, Tommy. Mwah. David, I love that profile picture, bro. Is that your brother? That can't be your dad. He looks too young. Is that your dad? Man, he looks great. Michael Guerrero! I got to do it now while I can because he's never going to win a medal. I want to make it clear to everyone watching, though, Michael Guerrero has been with me since day one. I've been doing this show for over 8 years. Michael Guerrero has been with me since day one. Love you, brother. Okay, so Antonio Penaloza, what's up, Aaron fam? First question, what do you think about the kid from Ohio State? I like him, but I don't like anyone's body type. I don't like CJ Stroud. I don't like Bryce Young. So when you ask me about the top level guys, I don't like either one of them. I don't like either one of them. And I say that with my chest out. Whether Bob, McShay and all these other guys, on their, we do the mock drafts and we know everything. I mean, I'm not saying they don't, but at the same time, I don't see either of those guys flourishing into big quarterbacks. I don't. I think that Anthony Richardson has a chance to be a real stud, but my number one is Will Levis. They have to go with Will Levis. If you don't go with Will Levis, you're missing the boat. Will Levis is what you look for as a scout. Now, other people watching me right now, including Antonio, are thinking to themselves, okay, wait a minute, Bear. All the scouts have, those guys ahead of Will Levis. Yes, they do. But the problem I have with that is that they're not translating to what he'll do in the NFL. They say they do. They tell you, oh, yeah, he'll be able to do this. He'll be able to do that at the NFL level. But I don't believe that, because I think they're talking about what they saw them do when they were pups in the NCAA levels, because far too often they tell us this guy's going to be good and this guy's going to be good, and then they're not. And nobody goes back to Mel Kiper Jr. and goes, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, that Luke Paul Luke or whatever his name is, that jabroni that's fighting nobodies, and he keeps making these fights that he thinks he's going to win. And I guess just recently he won to some guy named Tommy Fury or something like that. You notice I don't even know I barely know the names. That's because I don't care. These Logan boys, Paul boys, or whatever they call themselves, the Logan brothers. But anyway, long story short, they say the guy's now a fraud because he just lost this fight with this Tommy Fury guy. That doesn't make him a fraud. Everything else about him does. Lots of guys lose fights. Even legends lose fights, okay? People lose fights. That doesn't make him a loser. His other attributes do. He's a loudmouth. He's overblown. He thinks way too much of himself. And he selectively picks people to fight that he knows he has the greatest chance to defeat. Go fight in one of the fighting divisions and get a belt that way. Then maybe we'll hold some respect for you, Logan Paul. I know I have the wrong brother, and I don't care. All right, back to the Raiders. So big problems. Big problems. Now, that I have a big problem with, but beyond that, there's more. So the Marcel Reese, and Marcel Reese leaving the Raiders. Most of us are going to act like that's no big deal. It's another, front office situation. That's it. No big deal. I'm telling you guys, we're coming close to the nuclear explosion. The atom bomb in Las Vegas is going to go off, and it's going to be right under Mark Davis's seat. You guys know me. I make long-term predictions. I made this prediction way before they had even broken ground in Las Vegas. But that entire stadium, Steven Marchant, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. And that's a beautiful little future Raider fan baby on that profile picture. Beautiful. I love dads that aren't afraid to show they love. You know what I mean? That's beautiful, brother. But I'm telling you right now, the explosion is building. The reason why you've seen so many executives quitting / getting fired, and now you've got another high-level executive leaving, that makes now 7 separate people, most of them the highest of the high level. And for those of you who didn't know, Marcel Reese has only been with Mark Davis for about 5 years, but in that 5 years, he has become second only to Mark Davis. I'm serious. I know a lot of you just went, what? A running back? That all his experience was that he played in the league, and that guy is like an executive vice president, CEO of the Raiders? Yeah, he was. And it's bad, guys. It's bad. We've got people from our former human resources in Las Vegas with the Raiders that are basically a young lady. Her last name is Adams. She did not sign her retirement package, so to speak. And she just walked away because she wanted to be able to speak on this. They would have had her sign a non-disclosure agreement had she taken the retirement package. So she says, no, I'm out of here. Immediately goes to the press and lets them know the bombshell. Mark Davis is late on payments constantly to his employees of the highest levels. He got sued out of court by cheerleaders and ended up settling out of court for somewhere a little over $1.2 million, which I did the math with as many people that were suing him. There were both cheerleaders from currently and down, from the years prior. They're all going to make roughly $2,000. By the way, they were getting paid minimum wage. Our Raiderettes, the hottest cheerleaders in football, and they're making minimum wage, Mark Davis. Really? You know what I mean? I know most of you know this, but even the referees that referee the games, they have to have side jobs because the pay from the league is so low. From a league that is about to collect $12.5 billion per year. Sometimes I really hate the NFL. I really do. Sometimes I really hate the NFL. And by the way, you know how they keep talking about concussions? I'm going to solve that problem right now. I'm serious. Oh, CTE, it's a problem. Guys don't want to get CTE. They just had a guy diagnosed the other day. He died at 40. He had advanced CTE. They called it 4th stage CTE. They said whatever killed him, if it hadn't been that, it would have been the CTE next. So what's the solution? How many of you watch NASCAR? I'm sure quite a few of you, right? I'm sure you've seen that right under the chin, they have those straps that latch onto the helmet, and then they latch onto the top of the chest. So it goes right from here to here, okay? All right, so, you see the lovely cheerleaders, and look at the hard work they do. All right, so you have this latch on the bottom of your helmet that goes down to the top, to the top of your chest, and it keeps your head from snapping back and getting whiplash when you're driving really fast in the car. All they would have to do is implement that strap. It's rubberized so the players can still move their head left to right and look up. What it does is when you suddenly whip your head back, the rubber, it pulls back. So now when the guy's falling backwards and their head bounces on the turf, that's what causes, I would argue, 90% of concussions. It's not the hits. It's not the tackles. It's how their head hits the ground. So put these rubberized straps on them and keep their heads from bouncing off the ground. And by the way, any one of you goes on to Kickstarter with that idea and merchandises it right away, you'll be millionaires. I'm serious, because that's not out there. That was my own private idea that I stole from watching NASCAR. Go get rich. If you go on Kickstarter right now and improvise that as a job possibility, it'll get funded. You won't even have to pay for it. You'll end up on Shark Tank. Go get rich. I'm serious. You just have to cut me in, you know what I mean? Because my video shows that it was my idea. I get royalties. Now I'm sounding like Mr. Wonderful. Who knows Shark Tank? Yeah, I know. So it's bad, man. It's bad. I think Mark Davis is going to lose the team. I really do. I predicted Mark Davis would lose the team. I'm pretty positive now Mark Davis is going to lose the team. I don't think his mom's going to be able to bail him out. I don't think she's going to want to. I think she's too old now, too advanced, and probably, dementia, that kind of thing. Who knows? And I just, not trying to be rude, obviously, because we've seen her. She's in a wheelchair. She's very old now. And obviously his father, Al, is gone. And I just think that Mark Davis is going to get squeezed into a corner. He's leveraged up to his neck right now in financing with Bank of America to get the stadium paid. Now you're finding out that there's huge payments he's getting that he didn't expect. He was told they wouldn't be as big as they were. Now they're huge. I'll give you an example. He was told that there would be fines and penalties on certain things, and they would only be a few $1,000s, and it's turning out to be 25 grand here, 50 grand here, 50 grand there for all these things. And Mark Davis is finding out about it at the last minute. So he comes in because, by the way, most of you haven't heard this, but I'm reporting this. Okay. I have this I have more than one source on this. Mark Davis hasn't been a part of the day-to-day business for the last 2 years. Listen to what I just said. Mark Davis has not been a part of the Raiders' day-to-day business for the last 2 years. He only just in the last few months is actually in the building or communicating with people in the building on a day-to-day basis. Even while the stadium was being built and things like that, he was off doing his own things, which is fine. You're the owner. You do PR and stuff like that. I get that. But once they broke bread and once it's done and bills have to start getting paid and players start playing, you're supposed to do more than just go to the game in your white turtleneck and your acid wash jeans from 1983. And 1983 called. They want all that stuff back. It's true. Hi, Val. Troy Gill, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Mariota, he was okay coming off the bench for a spark, but a starter, no bueno. Time for something new. Vincent Rubalcaba, not only was he never going to beat out Derek Carr, but the idea that we would look at him now to come back would be ridiculous. We saw what he is. He's Justin Fields, slower. You know what I mean? He's got a bigger frame so he can take contact and everything. But he's Marcus Mariota, who basically now seems to play like Cam Newton. I mean, am I wrong? Atlanta Falcons, I bet, would back me up on that. They won't give the man a job. And the Tennessee Titans, who were trying to give him the job, literally give it to him, he couldn't earn it and got beat out by a quarterback that was a former wide receiver converted to a quarterback. Got beat out by that. Travis McNeil, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. James Walker and his lovely wife, Princetta, in the house. Hey, guys, family, what's up? Welcome to the show. Ramiro Cashflow Castro, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. I wonder if they're having conflict among each other. Anna Diaz-Rincon, there's not just conflict. Mark Davis just basically came in and started firing everyone. And then Marcel Reese, who I'm telling you right now, Marcel Reese and Mark Davis are literally like that. You think Mark Davis was black. They're that tight. Or that Marcel Reese is white. They're that tight. I mean, they were tight. For Marcel Reese to even walk away, something's real bad. It's bad, man. And we already knew it was bad. There's bad decisions. You brought back John Gruden, which turned out to be a flaming waste. Mike Mayock, who wasn't even an actual general manager. He was just a TV analyst that wanted the job. And then Gruden said, sit down and shut up and okay my picks. And he went, yes, sir. No, sir. True story. It's a convoluted mess. It's an antiquated mess at that. Woo! Antiquated. No, you're just going to have to look it up, okay? If you don't know what antiquated means, just be impressed by the vernacular of the Raider Bear. I had to pause on that one. Okay. But anyway, the truth is this. He's going to lose it. I think he's going to lose it. I think he doesn't know what he's doing. I think his staff was robbing him blind. I think a lot of them were lying to him, telling him that things were going to cost one thing and getting an invoice and paying another. And there was a lot of shady going on. There was a lot of shady going on. You know what I mean? I have a Ford truck. It's a nice truck. And there would be those that would say that Mark Davis is trucked. That one was to protect the kids. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know how he's doing it now. I would honestly argue that he's leveraging things, probably getting bank loans and so on, probably made a little bit of money off his investment he made into the WNBA, female franchise, the Aces. But, he's walking around throwing money around, getting this apartment or house or whatever it is he had built. Like everything's okay. But it not okay. Santino Carranco the third. I couldn't say it better. And that is a dope dog, bro. Really nice dog. Oscar De Leon. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Darius Swinton is the new assistant special teams coach. Honestly, Reyes Antonio, I'm not even going to go into the new coaching staff yet. I got to see what they're doing. And I wonder, is it Mark Davis? Did Mark Davis bring him in? Or did Josh McDaniels? It's so much chaos right now with the Raiders organization. It's amazing, guys. It's scary to be quite honest with you, because I have a strong sense that Mark Davis, without question, is going to lose the team. And I know a lot of us would celebrate that. I know I will. But I feel bad because I don't know what it could mean on the other end. You know what I mean? I don't think they'll leave. For example, if you found a new owner, would he come in and say, I'm going to make them the Seattle Raiders? No, because you just got this stadium. It's brand new. It's gorgeous. And it's in Sin City. You can't top that. There's no other city other than cities that have a Disneyland effect around the stadium that can top the effect around a stadium that Vegas has on Raider fans and purchasing things and hotels and going to shows and, walking the strip and so on. You can't top that. Who in the chat wants to see the Raider Bear dance the lambada? I have a little gremlin tonight helping me out with my stuff, if you can't notice. Shane Street, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. It is both. Yeah, Anna Diaz, I wish we could be a fly on the wall too, because the God's honest truth is we got a lot of information today from the young lady who used to work in their human resources department. She made it very clear that the Raiders are just seriously antiquated. I gave all of you enough time to look up that word. If you don't know what it means now, you're just going to have to figure it out. But they're antiquated. In other words, they're still like computers doing printouts, and they're still using Xerox machines, and you know what I mean? And like using file cabinets and just really dinosaur technology that most companies that are worth $1 billion+, and by the way, the Raiders are worth $3.25 billion, I think it is. You're not supposed to be doing that. And when you see that, that tells you he doesn't have money. He doesn't have money. He's not upgrading the front office or the employees or the staff. He pays some of them under the table. We're finding out now, off the books. Mark Davis is in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble, guys. I really think the whole reason why that article came out is because there are those sniffing around that know that Mark Davis is about to be breaking news, and not in a good way. Rude Boy Raider 305 Miami in the house. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Travis McNeil said, "Sup, Bear? What's good? We need to draft a QB." Travis McNeil, I don't know about that. For example, Caleb Williams, who I like out of USC, would have another full year, I believe. Now, is he going in this year's draft? I'm not sure, because I have had people say that we should go after him next year. I don't know that he's going to be in it next year. I think he might be coming out this year. But regardless, giving you that scenario, I would also look at some of the guys we know are going to be coming out next year and look at more of the builds. I want more of that. And yes, Val, I'm sure this will tickle you, but I want more of a Kenny Pickett body frame. I want an Anthony Richardson body frame. 6'4", 235, 240, comes to the NFL, gains 10 pounds, has that Mack truck Cam Newton body, but in a passing system where his legs will be dangerous to move the chains. But more often than not, we expect him to throw the ball, and I know McDaniels will too. So don't let any of the stuff you're hearing in the news about Anthony Richardson get you twisted. If you see us get him, and you might, if we do, he's going to be throwing the ball. I think McLear is lying. He's trying to hide his cards. He is a yes, I agree, Vincent Rubalcaba. I try to keep it clean so in case the kids are watching. Angel Valdez, what's up? Welcome to the show. Who was the last QB that gave us a chance? I mean, Angel, it has. It's been a while. I mean, I get where you're going. It's been a while. I thought Carson Palmer was nice. And I thought Derek Carr could have given us a chance, but like we've always preached over the years, because it's just such an obviously true stat, he never had a defense, just never. Joy Taylor, really? Come on, man. Everyone men and women think that. Yes, Jim Vanderlyn, very, very McIdiot. Who was the last quarter? Oh, okay. Bear, what a good one. Yasuke Nobunaga said, "What's up, Bear? My Raiders look so confused." Honestly, brother, I know Josh McDaniels is just basically lying because he's using it as a way to conduct subterfuge. Whoa! Oh! I'm a wordsmith tonight, okay? Subterfuge. Tommy, look that up. I want you to use it in school tomorrow. No, but he thinks that if he keeps clouding the water, that helps him in the draft. And I think that's stupid. You either are going to pick at 7 or you're going to move up or you're going to move down. That doesn't really affect anyone behind him. If I want to move ahead of the Raiders, I'll reach out to the Cardinals, move up to number 3 and clown them and take Anthony Richardson if he wants to be stupid about it. I mean, the Atlanta Falcons are sitting there lurking. I don't know if Falcons sound like that, but that's what I was going for. Falcon. And I mean, if you let them jump ahead of us, Anthony Richardson is gone. Maybe Will Levis. They may take Will Levis because you're hearing more and more Will Levis is jumping up the board. So I could see Will Levis being the 3rd quarterback off the board. And by the way, Mel Kiper Jr. has 5 quarterbacks going in the first, I think, 15 picks, 10 picks, something like that. So he's saying quarterback's going to be hot. And he said 5. So look what we're doing. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, whether it's in that order or not, we don't know yet. Okay. Then Will Levis. Then what happens after that? And then what about Hendon Hooker? You know, you're not hearing anything about him. All you're hearing about is he's in good shape. He looks good and he's going to be ready. So I don't know, maybe a late round pick we throw at Hendon Hooker. I think that would be interesting. Jose Tariquez, I don't like the guy either, but I don't believe they don't know what they're doing at quarterback. It's impossible that they don't know what they're doing at the most important position. Well, Jose Tariquez, welcome to the show. I agree with every word of what you said. I'm just going to give an alternate opinion and say this. He may be telling the truth in the sense of he's saying he doesn't know which quarterback he's going to pick because he doesn't know which one of the ones he's good with will be available. For example, does anyone have a problem with if I said you were going to pick quarterback and when your turn comes to pick, if CJ Stroud and Will Levis are both there and the only guy gone is Bryce Young, are you going to be upset about that if you need a quarterback? Either one, you have a shot at great success. So what I'm saying is I feel like Mel Kiper Jr. is wrong about 2 quarterbacks. I think he's wrong about 2 quarterbacks. I think CJ Stroud or Bryce Young will fall. And I'm hearing more it's going to be Bryce Young because the body type. Not only is he slim like CJ Stroud, but he's shorter. And so they're seeing a guy who's a skinny, Drew Brees. And how many Drew Breeses can there be? Because we know we've only seen one thus far. You know what I mean? There's just not too many little guys that throw the ball around the yard like that. I think he has an idea. I just think he doesn't know what he's going to do yet. Oh, wow. David Pell-Cliver. I'm sorry. I lost mine year before last. So we both lost our dads almost at the same time. God bless you and God bless him, brother. Stephen Marchant, going and getting Marcus Mariota would just be going backwards. And even if he was like the only quarterback available and you really needed a quarterback, it still looks, odd if the franchise is, you know what I mean? It has to be the player coming to us, not the other way around. Otherwise, PR-wise, it just looks, the fans wouldn't like it. Oh, we're settling on that guy again? Is the attitude they'd have. David Pell-Kleiber, I can't believe that. He better, I mean, if he was out at the club, he'd be in trouble. He's got that beard going on. George Prieto, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. By the way, I just want to tell everyone real quick, George Prieto, at another show I was the host of, it was Raider Nation Explosion. I was the host of the very first Raider Nation Explosion, some 2,000 people. It was incredible. And I was up auctioning off gifts. I had this huge bottle of tequila, and I auctioned it off. Well, after I auctioned it off, I said, man, if there's another one of those, I might not give it up. I might bid on this auction, bid myself up. And so another bottle of the tequila came up, and I was like, oh, man, but I can't do it. I got to bid it. You know what I mean? I got to bid it. So I put a bid out there. My guy, George Prieto, won the bottle of tequila. And then in front of thousands, and thousands of Raider Nation fans, he walked right up to the stage, waves me over, and gives me the bottle, a handshake and some love, and says, Raider Nation. That's my guy right there. George Prieto, I'll never forget that. Appreciate the love, brother. Always welcome. Never underestimate the moron factor when talking about McDaniels. Draft a quarterback, work on defense and the O-line. Travis McNeil, I'm praying that that's what they're going to do. I don't really love the quarterback situation. I don't really like any of these quarterbacks except Will Levis. I like Will Levis, but beyond him, I don't like any of them. Now, Anthony Richardson, I think, is awesome. Body type is amazing. He's got a hell of an arm, and he's faster than Justin Fields. Okay, so sometimes a guy that's that gifted athletically, you have to give it a shot. You know what I mean? If he was sitting there at 7, and I'm Josh McDaniels, it would be really hard for me to turn past him. Now, if it was the Raider Bear in charge, I'm not taking Anthony Richardson. I'm saying it to you without blinking. I might blink because my eyes are starting to itch, but Anthony Richardson, though, no, just not enough experience. You know what I mean? You're just bringing in another guy that's going to try to learn at the NFL level. He's going to get rocked. He's going to lose his confidence, and he's going to be RG3. You know what I mean? I just don't think that's fair to the kid. If the kid ends up in a good situation, it will be with a veteran quarterback in front of him, allowing him to have a little time, much like they did with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, I hate to compliment the Pittsburgh Steelers and how they handled their situation with Kenny Pickett, but it was brilliant. They held on just to the right time, even though the other guy, Mitchell Trubisky, was playing well still. Not great, but he was playing well. They made their mind up. The kid's ready. Let's go. He'll give us a spark. And he did. They didn't finish as strongly as they would have liked, but he gave him a spark. Vicky Orr said, Bear! What's up, Vicky Orr? Welcome to the show. I like Will. He's a team leader. Travis McNeil, I have one of those noses like a detective does, but for football. And most of my viewers know it. Most of my viewers that came over to YouTube from Facebook with me, they'll tell you, I've been doing this for years. Not only am I now picking guys that become great pros, I'm starting to sniff out who the Raiders are going to pick before they pick them. And I've been right the last couple of times. And so I was right on Nate Hobbs. Nate Hobbs came out of nowhere to everyone. I said, Nate Hobbs will be a Raider. And then as soon as we picked him, I said, he'll start. He'll be a stud. You watch. And now look where he's at. Hey, brother, I'm really thinking that we should go with Hooker. He doesn't get ACL injury. We talking about him being a top dog. Will Levis is so inconsistent and has very poor decision-making. He would have to sit at least 2 to 3, maybe 4 years. Corey Greff, welcome to the show. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't agree with that. I'm not saying that you should start Will Levis right away, but I don't think 3 or 4 years. I'm thinking maybe 2 max. You make him sit all of this season or late into the season. If the season is lost, if we only have 7 wins, then you're at week 9, week 10, throw Will Levis out there and let's go. See what he's got. But I mean, that's if we picked him up. And I do agree with you about the Hendon Hooker thing. If it weren't not for the ACL, we would be talking about a top 10 pick. So for him to fall into the 2nd or 3rd round to us is just golden, but it's there. It really is there. And Corey, appreciate that. Welcome to the show. And I love that profile pic. Beautiful family. Yeah, Jake Paul, Logan Paul lost to Tommy Fury, and it was furiously funny. But I didn't like the fact that the press is now all ready to jump on to Jake Paul and say he's a fraud. Why? I mean, did you think he was invincible? Is that what he thought? Or that what you thought? Did he make you think that he was Muhammad Al-White Lee? No, he's not Muhammad Al-White Lee. He's just a mouthy kid that's trying to sell a production like every other fighter does. I don't really have a problem with him. His other brother, I don't like so much because he's doing just that wrestling stuff. And then he did all this fake TV. I don't like all that stuff. But at least he's actually fighting people. He's better at picking Pokemon cards, right, Philip? Escamila, I like that. Okay, Angel Valdez. Take care, brother. Mark Alvarez, what's up? Family in the house. I don't know why so many people are hot for Mariota. Why is everyone so hot for Mariota? He didn't play that good for us when he was with us. Why would you want him now? I don't get that. Thank you, Beto. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, the Paul brothers are whack. Everett Richardson, I agree. The whole thing is stupid. All that stuff they're doing is stupid. Vicky Orr, I do see YouTube comments. I'm sorry, love. Welcome to the show. Everett Richardson, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. So honestly, I've already went into the front office stuff. I don't want to carry on too much about that because it just sucks. You know what I mean? I know you want to know. I know some of you don't find that interesting and, or just find it boring. And I apologize for that. I just feel like the front office stuff is incredibly interesting. It is coming, guys. I'm telling you, there is an avalanche behind Mark Davis, and it's coming. And all he's doing right now is running fast at the bottom of the hill because it's coming. And what you should do is like and follow Raider Bear Family and Raider Bear Family page here on YouTube and on Facebook. Check me out. We're doing big things, helping the homeless every day, daily basis. We work with St. Jude's and early onset cancer. We've raised a little over $4,000. We just broke $4,000 for St. Jude's early onset cancer kids and so on for this year. And so we're really moving. And how far are we into this year? Yeah, I know, right? If they're smart, they'll take care of the offensive line. I just want that kid from Northwestern. I don't know why we have to overthink it. I said I like Will Levis, but I wouldn't have a problem with us not getting a quarterback like that in the first round. Get your offensive line set and get your quarterback in the second round. You have pick number 38. You can get Hendon Hooker right there and be done with this. Let's see. And then sign a few defensive players in free agency, but spend the majority of their picks on defense. I would say snag a receiver in the draft as well to pair with Adams. Yeah, they probably will get a wide receiver out of free agency. They are talking very vocally to Jalen Ramsey of the Rams about making a move to get him on our roster and then picking someone like Witherspoon, which was on another mock draft. I think it was Sean McWhatever. Todd McShay. That's what I was saying wrong. Todd McShay's recent. Sorry, I was just looking at another piece of news. Sean McVay's most recent mock draft has the Raiders taking Witherspoon, the defensive back, at number 7. I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that's accurate. I mean, maybe at 38 in the second round, because 38 in the second round, he'll probably still be there because Riley Moss from Iowa, I believe, is rated higher than him. And then there's going to be other teams that aren't picking a corner. They're going to drop down. And then they'll probably go with that kid, Joey Porter Jr., because I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying he's a name. And there's going to be those people in the NFL that feel like that kid's going to be the next level. And so I'm going to take that kid. He's going to blossom at the next level, where this kid Witherspoon, I'm not so sure. Maybe he's going to continue to be a college player in the NFL. Hey, Raider Rick Flairbear. Todd McShay said the Raiders pick 7, Devin Witherspoon, but I'd rather see Peter Skoronski to add bulk and a mean streak. The O-line will help only new quarterback, and JJ, meaning Josh Jacobs. Kenneth Parsons, I completely agree with you. I've been on Peter Skoronski and Will Levis at number 7. In other words, if the assumption is that we're going to do one of those things at 7, either get Skoronski or get Will Levis. But for me, it's Skoronski. To me, the smart fan says Skoronski, because no matter what quarterback you get, you got to make a premier offensive line. Football games are won on the offensive line by protecting the quarterback, and the defensive line by smashing the quarterback. That is where football is won, period. Offensive line, defensive line, and not necessarily in that order. Sometimes it's won by the defensive line first, and then the offensive line just plays well enough to keep the quarterback on his legs and get in the end zone. But man, this hat is so tight. Sorry, it's like, it's not broken in, so it's like squeezing my brains out of my ear. Okay, comfort level maximum. But I say you go Skoronski. Silvio Dorinzi, excuse me. Silvio Dorinzi says, hope Bezos buys us instead of the Skins. Silvio, I don't know who's going to buy us. Appreciate the love on the lid, Troy. I don't know who's going to buy us, Silvio, but I know it's going to be someone. And those of you who think it might be Magic Johnson, I think that is still in play. I really do. Because remember, Mark Davis isn't going to sell because he wants to. He's going to sell because he's going to be forced to. That's what I see coming. He is going to be forced to sell. I don't think there's any doubt about it. It's just a matter of when. And when he does, the lead buyer is going to be Magic and a conglomerate of other wealthy guys that he brings with him. A conglomerate. Whoa, what is that? 3 dictionaries? Go look it up. Dictionary words tonight. Go look it up. Doc Raider, that's the point. Who's been doing the daily operations? Mark Davis. That's why things are going into the toilet. For the first time in the last 2 years, Mark Davis, really only for about the last 6 to 8 months, has been in the front office physically or in emails or through, meeting calls, screen calls. I'm stuck because I wanted to say the right word, and now it's making me angry, so I'm pausing. Breaking the fourth wall. Wait, what? How is he not part of the day-to-day business? He's the owner. Because Corinna, he hires staff, and they do their jobs, and all they really have to do is mind the store, and that's how he wants it. He wants to be as far away from it as he possibly can. That's why he was so hands-off with John Gruden. People thought, oh, what a great owner he is because he's so hands-off with John Gruden. No, that's how he wanted it. Corinna Trujillo, Mariota could run the ball, and I liked his frame. He was tough, but he is not, I repeat, not a starting quarterback. If he was, he would have won the Atlanta Falcons job. The last 3 teams that Marcus Mariota has been on have desperately wanted him to flourish and become something more. He got 2 seasons with the Raiders under John Gruden, working with him feverishly to get his mechanics right, and then he looked very good for us. Then you send him off to the Falcons, and he didn't really do much. I watched a couple of those games where he was playing, and he was missing reads and making mistakes and getting tackled because he was holding the ball too long and getting sacked, and it just wasn't working out. And it's a no-brainer why the Falcons are moving on, because they looked at him as a potential starter. If you give him the opportunity, he might flourish and become a guy that we can keep for a few years and then look for our guy of the future. He couldn't even do that. Brent Knipe, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. 707 in the house. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome back. A part of me don't want Davis to lose the team because of Al, but we need a big change in the organization, and a new owner would probably be the answer. Jose Triquez, welcome to the show. I only feel sad about it because, yes, the team would be falling out of the Davis family's hands, but I don't care. Al's gone. If it had happened while Al was alive, I would care. I would say fight tooth and nail. And I mean that honestly. Raider Nation. I would say fight tooth and nail. If it was about Al and him keeping the team, that's different. But I don't think anyone would argue with me when I say sons of incredibly powerful, wealthy men never really want to do what their dad did. They don't. They love benefiting from the fame and the money and things like that, but they don't like following in their father's footsteps. Kids just don't like doing that. I had 3 sons, and not one of them even considered doing what I do for a living. And then more importantly, they don't do this. They don't podcast, and they want to, but they don't think they can. I'm like, okay, you're my son. you can podcast, son, like a fish swims in water right when mommy spoots him out. Spoots him out. Spoots. That's the new word. Spoots, kids. Don't look that up. It's not a real word. But, you should be good right off the bat. I told him. I just told Dad that he's antiquated. He gave me a playful snack. Well done, Val. Do you think we'll trade up to the number 1 pick in the draft? Brent Knipe, I do not. I don't think the Raiders have the team to do that. In other words, usually when a team moves up to the number 1 spot, it's for one of 2 reasons. Either you need a young quarterback of the future, or you already have one, but you want to move up and solidify your team with whoever the best player is on defense, that kind of thing. Otherwise, you always trade back or just pick where you pick. If someone's available, that's a target that you'd like to have. For example, if the kid Carter, the big defensive tackle from Georgia, somehow fell to 7 from the Georgia Bulldogs, which, no one thinks he will. But if by some weird quirk he fell to number 7, the guy from the Georgia Bulldogs, the Raiders, you have to make that pick. You have to make that pick. Even if you love Witherspoon, even if Witherspoon came into Vegas and had a great interview, kills the combine, you have to take Carter. Because size on the defensive line is less likely to bust than a defensive back who you don't know if he's going to have a good back pedal. Is he injury prone? Is he going to run his 40 time as fast as he does in pads as he does on the ground, where without pads on? Whereas a defensive tackle, all you're worried about is see quarterback, hit quarterback, see running back, stop running back. That's about it. Learn a stunt or a swim move and a spin move, and then go get quarterback, son. Bust level is way lower with Carter than it would be with Witherspoon, even though we do need a defensive back desperately. Jeff Bezos can buy the Raiders. What do you think, Bear? Yasuke Nobunaga, I think that would be brilliant because he has money to spend. It would be no different than if Elon Musk bought the Raiders. He would immediately start pumping money into the franchise. And more importantly, when I said to you guys earlier that the NFL is about to collect $12.5 billion every year annually. Every year, that's annually. That's not every 5 years. It's every year. I know. The numbers are starting to get so big. They're almost frightening. A league, an athletic league that has $12.5 billion. They could buy a country. You know what I mean? Buy an island in Barbados. We're playing NFL football in Barbados. We're flying all the players out for every game. Brett Knight, look on Bleacher Report, and then also there's another one on Las Vegas Review Journal. And both of them are talking about the fact that Marcel Reese is just yet another guy who was fired / quit because of internal problems in the front office that are, becoming alarmingly bad. He's suing a lot of these people. Mark Davis is suing them, basically saying that they embezzled money out of him. The lady, Mrs. Adams from the Human Resources Department, was in an article this morning in Bleacher Report, basically identifying that money was changing hands and Mark Davis was paying guys, and she's the human resources person and has no documentation about those payments, yet knows they happened. I don't know if that's legal. I don't know if legally he can do that with other NFL to NFL like players and stuff like that, give them bonuses off the table and pay cheerleaders behind closed doors. I don't think he can do that. And yet a woman who refused to take a severance check and would not sign a non-disclosure agreement is now out in the open saying, I was there, I was human resources, and shady business was getting done. You think the NFL is not going to go talk to that young lady? You don't think she has proof that she couldn't burn Mark Davis to the ground with when she was there for years? Probably documented every dumb thing he did. She's going to burn his house down. And I'm terrified about it. And Ted Thane, I agree. He'll never swallow his pride, but he should. And just go to Magic Johnson on bent knee and say, I'm sorry. Here you go. Please pay me top dollar. You know what I mean? Okay, Silvio, I just wasn't sure because I know Caleb Williams was in the news recently, and I was going off memory. But yeah, see, he's a sophomore, so he's not going to be in this draft. But junior, he is. And he has been very vocal, literally saying, Raiders, come get me. He's literally saying, Raiders, come get me. So I like the attitude. I like the personality. And I like the fact, and this means a lot to me, okay? Because I'll be honest with you, I was this type of athlete. If I feel like I'm going to beat you, and I do, because I'm confident, okay? Unless you're really good, and I've seen it, I feel like I'm going to beat you. And I don't care what we're doing. Swimming, running, jumping, racing, whatever it is, lifting weights, woo! Cardio, running, speed, distance. I'm coming to get you, okay? Well, that's pretty much what Caleb Williams said. He pretty much said, watch me work, Raiders, and then come get me. I like that. He's saying this is my 1-year prove it deal with USC. And I'm going to go out there this 2023 season, light the world on fire. And hey, Mr. McDaniels, I love that. I love that. That was why I brought him up. Kerry Correa, oh, wow, great profile picture. He has money. He's just not a smart guy. You have to be somewhat of an intelligent person to make those big decisions about upgrading office equipment. Right. But truth be told, Kerry, and welcome to the show. Great comment. He's not a smart guy, and he's not intelligent, and he doesn't know football. And to me, the best business owners know what they don't know. Have you ever heard Bob Kraft of the Patriots say, we're going to go get this guy, and we're going to go get this guy, and we're going to run this, and we're going to do that. I'm going to go get this coach. You never hear a peep out of Bob Kraft. All you do is you see him hanging out with rappers, tipping glasses, and getting into sex scandals. That old man's living his life, man. I love Mama Bear too much, but I love how ornery that guy is, man. He's going to spend money and chase the ladies right to the grave. I would love for Magic to have full ownership. Jesse Parker, that would be amazing yet again, because like you see what happened with the Lakers and then with the Dodgers, whether Magic is there and fully invested or he's just a small part of it, everything gets better when Magic Johnson smiles on it. It's just a fact. The man's smile should have its own webpage. The man's smile should have its own zip code so people can send checks to it. That's how good his smile is. He's Magic freaking Johnson, okay? Irvin Magic Johnson, okay? This is a guy who, as a rookie, won an NBA title playing center, and he's a point guard. He was literally a freak decades and decades before Giannis ever was a freak. And Giannis isn't half as skilled as Magic Johnson. I thought I saw USC quarterback was waiting for 2024 draft. He's not eligible this year. Yes, Vincent, I just couldn't remember, so I threw it out there. But my other viewer said, come on, man. Like I'm slipping or something. Hey, look, I'm a show host. I'm not perfect, okay? Do I get things wrong? Yes, I do. I can explain. One time back in 1995, I got a prediction wrong. It's true. Now, I haven't missed anything since then except this Caleb Williams thing. It's true. All right, Silvio, you had a good comment before, so I'm going to read another one. Caleb Williams is next year's #1 overall pick, guaranteed. He's not eligible for the draft this year because he's a sophomore going into his junior season. Draft eligibility starts in the junior year. I think that the Raiders should go and get that guy. But then again, that would mean we'd have to have another bad year, and I don't love the idea of that. But if we do see them really go forward with Jarrett Stidham as the starter, then you're guaranteed that we really are going to see another bad season of football. to get a better draft position and then pick this Caleb kid. All right, my show. Much love. Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force. For all you do, the energy and love of this show is dedicated to sacrifice and veteran. Much love. Please like and subscribe to Raider Bear Live on YouTube, and please like, follow, and subscribe on Facebook. The Raider Bear family page. We're doing big things. We're saving lives, and you're helping me do it day by day. A Raider! That's right. The best damn Raider show. Woo! On God's green earth. These other guys, boring. You know it's true because you're here watching me. I want anyone and everyone that watches my show to find that guy Ronbo and tell him he's a freaking ripoff and a fraud. Because there's only one like me. Niner fans, fraud. I mean, I never thought I'd see the day when a guy tries to mimic another guy's podcast. You should be ashamed of yourself. No, yeah, you know I'm telling the truth. Get in here and speak to it.
That's right. I know you're telling the truth because only the Raider Bear is the real YouTube and Facebook guy.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
A fact.
Otherwise, you will go to hell.
A Raiders! All right, that's my show. Much love. Look for me tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We'll be auctioning off another one of those best package of patches. It's my package, and it's huge.
How huge?
No. I mean the one that I'm auctioning off. You guys behave yourself.
Okay.
No. A Raider! I don't even care that everything's going bad for the Raiders. I will live and breathe and die silver and black. Woo! Win, lose, or tie, Raider till I die. See me work tomorrow, 4 o'clock, and again at 8. Raider Bear family page. Peace.